Hello, I am Brian with Pacific Wireless Communications, and here we have the Hawaiian Electric Contractors Radio System. This system is made up of several different components. We have the Coden radio repeater with related battery pack and solar charging system. You have 40 portable radios, and you have something called the Blue Sky Mast, which our antenna sits on. At the far right, we have this carrying case which has miscellaneous components that assist us in putting everything together. Please pay careful attention and you will have a successful deployment for the Hawaiian Electric Contractors Radio System. Inside of the case cruiser is our carrying case that stores all of the portable radios that we have in this contractor's radio system. There's a total of 40, and the radios are all the same. Motorola XPR 7550 radios. You have a radio, a battery, and an antenna. Okay, so the only thing you need to really do is put the antenna into the radio by screwing it in. Okay, turning the radio on. This is the volume control. This is the channel selector, volume control. Okay, wait till it powers up and make sure you're on something called the repeater channel if you're using the Coden repeater. The other channel, if you were to switch to channel 2, will say direct, and it is just radio to radio, very short range. Okay, so again, the acronyms on the radios is repeater and direct. When you're finished at the end of the day, do the reverse, turn it off, make sure it's off, unscrew the antenna, and put back in one of the open slots, as so. That's it. This is the portable radios for the contractor's radio system. So we have something called Blue Sky Mast, which comes out of your Blue Sky Mast bag. So once you get it out, you open it up, check the level of the ground. Make sure that you are level. So these are all adjustable. So you can make sure that the levels are pretty good. Right about there. This side right about here. Okay. Inside of your Blue Sky Mast is a bag. In the bag is the poles. Total of 3 poles. This is your center pole for your Blue Sky Mast. Before you put this pole in, you need to grab this, which is called the primary guy ring. The primary guy ring is designed to be put over the mast leg, the center leg, and locked into place. For now, we'll just arbitrarily lock it into an area. You can always change it. You put the pin, you push the blue button on the pin to release. Plug it in place. Okay, once that is in place, you can put your middle leg in. Okay, then put it back down. Make sure you lock it in place. Okay, and again, make sure we're level with the ground. Okay, we have 2 more poles. One goes into the middle, and if you see there's notches on the pole, you need to rotate it and make sure it locks into place. Okay, as such. This pole here is what our antenna is going to attach to. Before you put the pole antenna on the pole, you need to attach one end of the cable with a connector to the antenna. Okay? So make sure you tighten it, put it up, tighten it as tight as you can with your hands. Make sure it is firmly in place. Once you're tight, you can go ahead and put this pole in. You have to make sure the nuts are almost to the end. Slide it in. You notice it's going to hit right here. Slide it in till it hits. Then tighten your bolts. Make sure now you're good and tight. You can hand tighten first. Later on, use your crescent wrench. Good enough. Okay. Then let's go ahead and reassemble. Make sure again the notches line up. You have your cable coming down. Make sure you secure your cable in the supplied Velcro. And lock into place. Prior to turning on your repeater, you need to make sure that you have your external battery pack, which is the 100 amp hour battery. We connected the cable on the one side of the unit, and we use the bottom power input connections, which says battery input. Okay, then you just put your cable on and you turn. If for some reason you tried to put it to this connector here on the top, you're going to notice that the symbols are different. So there's no way you can make a mistake and hook it to the AC input. So it does go to the battery, the 12 volt DC battery input. Okay. Now on this side here, on the right side of the case, what you're going to see is there's two connections. However, only one is labeled. This is labeled antenna. You need to make sure that you have your antenna connector from your Blue Sky mass plugged in over here. Twist until it's hand tightened, until you cannot tighten the connector anymore. To operate this repeater, first things first, you need to select a battery source. In this case, we're using an external 100 amp hour battery pack that's wired in. So we're going to make sure that the battery source is set to external. Primary power switch turns on everything. So when you first turn it on, you're going to see this power light come on. You're going to hear a brief bit of noise. All of these switches are supposed to be set for you already. The transmitter needs to be in the normal mode. The switch is all the way to the top. Our mic mode is in analog. We do not run digital, we run analog. On the receiver side, again, we're in normal mode. Okay? You don't have to touch any of these switches here or volume control, it really doesn't matter. You can turn the speaker on or off, and that is currently an internal speaker. Okay? Then On your portable radios, you would use a mode called repeater. So this is the relay mode that allows you to communicate through this unit. Okay? So in order to operate, you push the talk. Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Let go to receive. Okay?